inaugural sponsor summit during this, our 15th anniversary season in Memphis. We're very happy to host and present highly proclaimed industry leader Kim Skildum-Reid.
Case studies and such. Even if you recognize that, you can actually embrace best practice. You don't have to slog through incrementally improving for the next 5 years to get to best practice. You can just jump there. You know, best practice actually makes more sense than the traditional way of doing sponsorship. And hopefully by the time you leave this room today, my goal is that you'll think, well, obviously that's the way we should do it. Now I just need to work through how do we sell this thinking internally. But what you want is to be the natural choice for your target markets. Anyone want to argue with me there? Because basically, really, I mean, you're welcome to argue with me. I'm going to put it out there right now. You can argue with me all you want. I'm going to win, but you can give it your best shot. But to be the natural choice of your target markets really means that the people that you want to be your customers naturally gravitate toward your brand. They've decided your brand is right for them, for their companies. And that will withstand any pricing strategies or any glitz and glam that any of your competitors may put on in the short term, because they believe your brand is right for them. But there really are only two objectives in this world for marketing. One is to change your target market's perceptions. What they believe about your brand, what they know about your brand, and you can actually change their perceptions. You can underpin existing perceptions to extend it and deepen it. These would be things like their understanding of your brand and how it fits in their life and what it says about them to use your brand. You know, does it make them cooler? Is it, you know, are you trustworthy? It's about increasing their consideration. It's about increasing preference and things like that. So that list could be, if we wrote all of the perceptions that all of you were trying to change or underpin, that list could be 100 things long. But really when it comes down to it, it's all about changing perceptions and about changing behaviors. You know, that could be about inducing trial or consideration or increasing loyalty or upselling or extending the use of your products, or a big one, developing advocacy. So when you think about sponsorship, I want you to think about it in terms of how can we use this to change perceptions? What perceptions specifically are we trying to change? And what behaviors are we trying to change? You do something in social media. This is the point at which somebody always kicks up and says, yeah, what about social media? You can do tons of stuff with social media. I said, yeah, but what are the two things that you need in order to be on social media? A web connection and a screen, right? So every single marketing media, including that, are somehow constrained by form. Sponsorship isn't. It's like sculpture. You can make it into anything, out of anything you want, so long as it is structurally sound. If you can make a sculpture out of marble, you can make one out of toothpicks and marshmallows, it's still a sculpture as long as it stands. So that structure, that's about your strategy. You need to know who you're trying to influence and what you're trying to get them to do. And as long as you do that, you can make a sponsorship perform in whatever way you need to. But there's something about the marketing consumer cycle, or the customer cycle if you're business to business, that is really important when it comes to sponsorship. So the first step in this is becoming aware of the brand. Now, does anybody watch any overseas sport, like the ASEAN Basketball League? Anybody a big fan? Or English Premier League, or anything like that? Anybody a rugby fan? No? But what I want you to do, even if you don't normally watch overseas sport, is that next time you are flicking through the 57 US ESPN channels, oh my God, there are so many of them now. And then there's the one all about beauty. That's crazy. That's new. I didn't know that. So just saw that the other day. If you see something that's like English Premier League, and this is really seriously big bucks to sponsor that, stop on that for just a few minutes and make note of all the signage that you see, right? Make note of all that signage. And now you are aware of all those brands. So, how about let's go and get us some hyper tech? What do you think? Watching it, if you're watching the English Premier League, logo that says Hypertech. Right, you are now aware of the brand. You gonna go buy some? Why are you not gonna buy some? What? No interest because don't even know what it is. There you go. That's what brand awareness will get for you. Creating awareness of your brand doesn't actually create any interest at all. What do you need to know in order to buy some Hypertech? You need to know what it is, how it fits into your life. You need to know what relevance it brings to the table, right?